Dear viewers, we are presenting through YouTube channel ETV 786 an easy guide for business students. If you want to make a great and effective presentation, you must possess effective presentation skills. In this show, we are presenting characteristics of effective presentation and 5-step process for making a great presentation. So keep on watching, and now let's start the show. Effective presentation. Presentation can be defined as a formal event characterized by teamwork and use of audiovisual aids. The main purpose of presentation is to give information, to persuade the audience to act, and to create goodwill. A good presentation should have a good subject matter, should match with the objective, should best fit the audience, and should be well organized. Characteristics of effective presentation. Number 1. The presentation ideas should be well adopted to your audience. Relate your presentation message or idea to the interests of the audience. A detailed audience analysis must be made before the presentation. That is, an analysis of the needs, age, educational background, language, and culture of the target audience. Their body language instantly gives the required feedback. Characteristics of effective presentation. Number 2. A good presentation should be concise and should be focused on the topic. It should not move off track. Characteristics of effective presentation. Number 3. A good presentation should have the potential to convey the required information. Characteristics of effective presentation. Number 4. The fear should be transformed into positive energy during the presentation. Be calm and relaxed while giving a presentation. Before beginning, wait and develop an eye contact with the audience. Focus on conveying your message well and use a positive body language. Characteristics of effective presentation. Number 5. To communicate the desired information, the speaker should use more of visual aids such as transparencies, diagrams, pictures, charts, etc. Each transparency or slide should contain limited and essential information only. No slide should be kept on for a long time. Try facing the audience rather than the screen. The speaker should not block the view. Characteristics of effective presentation. Number 6. A good presentation must be planned. The speaker must plan how to begin the presentation, what to speak in the middle of presentation, and how to end the presentation without losing audience interest at any point of time. Characteristics of effective presentation. Number 7. Rehearse and practice the presentation. This will help the speaker to be more confident and self-assured. The more the speaker rehearses, the better the presentation turn to be. Characteristics of effective presentation. Number 8. The speaker should encourage more questions from the audience. He should be honest enough to answer those questions. If any biased question is put forth by the audience, re-articulate it before answering. Characteristics of effective presentation. Number 9. Summarize the presentation at the end. Give final comments. Leave a positive impact upon the audience. Characteristics of effective presentation. Number 10. The speaker must have a presentable appearance while giving a presentation. The speaker should stand with feet far apart, maintaining a good balance. He must use confident gesture. He must use short and simple words. Characteristics of effective presentation. Number 11. Try to gain and maintain audience interest by using positive quotes, humor, or remarkable facts. Characteristics of effective presentation. Number 12. The speaker must be affirmative and optimistic before giving presentation. He should ensure all tools and equipments to be used in presentation are working well. Characteristics of effective presentation. Number 13. The speaker must state the objectives of the presentation at the beginning of the presentation. Making a great presentation. Number 1. State the objectives. A presenter must ensure that he or she understands the purpose of the presentation. Sometimes a good presentation fails to make an impact because the audience is not clear what the presentation is about. A good way to start a presentation is to clearly state or mention or include the objectives in the presentation. Making a great presentation. Number 2. Analyze your audience. The presenter must find more about his or her target audience, whether the audience has a specific educational background or whether they are from upper middle class or middle class. This is the topic or theme of the presentation. It is very important to know some specific details of the target audience. This also helps to create a rapport with the audience during the presentation. Making a great presentation. Number 3. Avoid heavy text on PowerPoint slides. Usually presentations are associated with PowerPoint slides. However, it is always advisable to use a blend of various forms of learning. It could be a fun activity, a short quiz, or a small story. If you still wish to use slides, write minimum possible words in each slide. Use bullet points wherever possible. More words on one slide carry a risk with them. The audience will get busy in reading what is written than what the presenter is saying, or the audience might just get bored by seeing a lot of words. Making a great presentation. Number 4. Rehearse again and again. The feeling is quite different while a presenter is presenting live than what he or she is just practicing in a closed room. It is a good idea for the presenter to practice at the venue if possible. This helps him get familiar with the place and the surroundings. Also, a presenter should make as many notes as possible and also think of possible questions that might come up during the course of presentation. Making a great presentation. Number 5. Revisit the objectives. Once the notes have been made, a presenter must critically analyze the presentation with respect to the objectives of the presentation. He should ask himself questions like, number 1, does this presentation match the objective stated? And number 2, is this presentation flowing logically? In today's market scenario, if a person is able to think, write, and present persuasively, he has won half the battle. Our next show will be an easy guide for seeking the use of body language in communication. So keep on connected and subscribe the channel for more interesting shows. Thank you for watching the show. Bye bye till the next show.